What's up, Gear Mortals? Trey Xavier here. On today's edition of Gear Gods Quality Control, we're going to be taking a look at the Oz ROA from Vola Guitars. Have no idea what ROA stands for. I could probably look it up, but it's more fun to guess, don't you think? Maybe it's a return on advances. Something that a record label will never get back from me. Rock on arrival. Because when you pick it up, you just want to rock and or roll. I certainly did. This is a player. It's got a lot of things that I really like in a guitar. Some things that I wish were slightly different, but you know, what are you gonna do? It's basically a Strat, okay? It has super Strat tendencies, but some of it is still very Strat, okay? We got 22 frets rather than 24. We've got locking tuners, that's awesome. We've got the sick inline reverse headstock, love that. Big points from Trey Xavier on the reverse inline headstock. I think if you're gonna have an inline headstock, it's gotta be reversed. That's a Trey rule. We have a chambered mahogany body. So even though you might look at the specs and be like, oh my God, it's mahogany, I bet it weighs a ton. This guitar is super light. Let me turn on the volume so that you can hear me knocking. It's a chambered mahogany body, so it is super light, and there's an ash top on it. Mahogany is typically a heavy wood, but there's not a whole lot of it. Like, it's not a super thick body with a lot of wood. It's just kind of typical Strat size, and then a roasted maple neck, which looks pretty dope. I don't know if it's just because roasted maple is kind of in right now, and I'm seeing a lot of it, but I'm starting to kind of come around to it. I do still prefer a regular old light maple, but something about this kind of caramelly look is starting to get to me. Maybe it's just on certain guitars. As you can see, it is roasted all the way around. I think it looks pretty damn good. A lot of people seem to really like the roasted maple. Supposedly it also makes the wood lighter. I have not done any scientific investigation into this, but I really like how very light this guitar is. We've got an HSS configuration. These are all Vola pickups, Vola branded pickups. Got a little coil split switch here that turns the humbucker into a single coil, giving you more like a typical Strat kind of a sound with 3 single coils. The neck is a pretty big C-shaped neck. C for comfortable. I tend to like a thinner neck, but on this type of guitar, it feels pretty right. It's pretty big, but not overwhelming. This is not a baseball bat. It's just, you know, it's got a bit of a dump truck, all right? Then we've got a ye old 5-way blade switch, a volume, and a tone pot. It's not really all that complicated. It's pretty much what you'd expect. Just really super well made. Plays and sounds great. It's real sick. This is a sick guitar. I am having a blast playing this guitar. I think you could probably tell. Something about it that really makes me want to dig in and put some stank on like every single note. It just plays like butter, and it feels nice. You know, that's more important than probably anything else in a guitar. I can sit here and list the specs till the end of time, but if you pick the thing up and it doesn't feel awesome, it doesn't matter. And this guitar feels awesome. Sort of like the last Vola guitar that I reviewed, I think this guitar exists in a really interesting space in between this sort of classic design, the traditional aspects of it, and the more modern parts of it. It's pretty cool in that regard. There are a couple things that I wish were more on the modern side and less on the traditional side, but generally I'm a bigger fan of modern specs, even though I like a lot of traditional designs. It looks really nice. It feels and sounds like $1 million. So I'm supposed to be telling you about this guitar, but I keep spacing out and playing on it instead, which I think is a really good sign, because all I want to do is play the thing, and I don't want to talk to you very much. No offense, it's not your fault. This is a very distracting guitar for me to hold in my hands, and I literally just turned the volume on to do it again. I didn't even notice. I'm gonna go play it instead. So you have yourself a wonderful day. As always, if you haven't already, mash that subscribe button, smack the bell to join the notification squad. Drop me a like and leave a comment in the comment section letting me know what you thought of the Oz ROA from Vola Guitars. I wanna know, and I'll see you real soon. That pick is gone forever. I just sacrificed that pick to the ending of this video.